What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. You know, guys, it's a lot of opportunity, so people think, bootlicking for the right. And again, your boy O'Shea is a conservative. Myself, I'm a Republican, but I don't make content bootlicking for that particular crew. I'm not trying to be one of those to the alt-white or alt-lights, as Tariq say. I'm not over there trying to dust it up and get no white fan base and trying to get my butter biscuits and all that. Look, I'm gonna vote for the guy, which is Trump, for reasons that are known to me, that I really care about, and that's where it stops. The rest of the work we gotta do ourselves as black people. But hey, you got your fresh and fits out there. You know, you got your sneakos, people who want to be white supremacists. That's what I call them, supremacists, all right? White scrimmages. And they're not getting no luck. Tommy over there bootlicking and twerking all day for the right. The alt-white can't get nowhere. And Candace Owens is out there twerking for the alt-lice or the alt-right, okay? And what happens is that once you start having conversations with, Andrew Tate's and all of those controversial anti-black people, them white folks is gonna want you to go all the way. Some of them, those anti-black people, they want you to go all the way. They gonna want you to continue on dusting it up. Like, nah, bring all the races on. When you start talking bad about black people, you open the door. So now they want you to go ahead on and bring everyone. But guess what? She's back out of the deal. One of the homeboys of Fresh and Fit or Fresh and Funky is a guy by the name of Nick Fuentes. Now, you know that Nick Fuentes is dusting it up, okay? Nick Fuentes is a hater. He dislikes the black community, okay? He's a fraud, but he got a lot of fans that want, her to bring him on the show. And I want you to hear how she turned her back on this white zaddy.
Yeah, I saw this, people tagging me saying that you don't respect Nick. I don't even know what the genesis of this is. Like, what are we talking about? You don't respect Nick Fuentes. Where is this even coming from? People saying, will you have Nick Fuentes on YouTube? Every single person in the world knows that my show is on YouTube. Nick Fuentes is banned from YouTube. Like, he's not allowed to be on YouTube. You will get a strike if you are on YouTube. So you're asking me to have a conversation with Nick Fuentes, put it up on a different platform that I'm not on, just because you want me to have a conversation with him, and then saying out of respect, nothing. Okay, two sides of this that drive me crazy. I get very annoyed when I'm on like Piers Morgan and then they ask me like, do you disavow Nick Fuentes, right? Because I didn't make a vow to Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is not my husband. It's this leftist tactic of like trying to get people to disavow an entire human being rather than to simply say what I don't agree with. That's why I don't engage in it. I've never done it. I think it's stupid. If you have a statement that Nick Fuentes has said and you want to ask me if I agree with it, I will say yes or no, but you're not going to get me to play your little leftist game, which is really just cancel culture, and you guys do it all the time. But on the other side of that, this like weird kind of like, have you paid your respects? It's the same thing. Like, I have always been an honest person. I communicate exactly what it is that I think, exactly what it is that I am going through. I have no vows to any person but my husband, plain and simple. And so I have said several times, there's not a single person that I would not have a conversation with. Actually, there's one. I'm thinking about one person. I'm not going to say the person's name because I just think the person is just always trolling. But I would not have a conversation with any other person in the world. And by saying, like, you have to have a conversation, like, the vibes of that are weird. And I told you guys yesterday, like, I don't understand, and I haven't looked into, like, these attacks on Dave Smith. I absolutely love Dave Smith, and I want to work with Dave Smith more on kind of learning history, and he seems to be a great resource of history, and he's been very courageous in standing up to the Zionist lobby, or I say the radical Zionists that attack him all the time and tell him that he's not Jewish. So it just feels like one of these things where I'm not sure what all this is about.
So that's interesting. She can't bring this guy on the show. I wonder why she can't. She can't bring on him on the show, right? Okay, let's look at that. We're gonna look at some of the comments of people calling this out. All right, look at this. Somebody says, real Candace, speak to Nick Fuentes, right? Then, such a cop-out. This B is clearly grifting. You spoke with the omni-liberal, though. Oh, okay. The Tate brothers? Yeah, because Andrew Tate is banned off of YouTube, too. You spoke to him. Not only him, the Hodge twins. Look at this comment. Did Hodge twins get a strike for having him on? Oh, they did it. Yeah, because they're sellouts, too. Wow, Nick always defended her. Look at Doreen Victoria, she can't believe it. Then look at this. Nick followers constantly badgering people to have him on their show, puts him in a bad position and makes him look weak and does him no favors. I don't know why they do this to him. He doesn't need anyone else. Nah, yeah, he do, because don't nobody really care about him like that. Then look at this guy. Rafik Adams says, he's honestly too scared to bring on Nick Fuentes because he's already under attack by mainstream media and Zionists for being an anti-Semite, and she simply doesn't want the smoke and potential deep platforming that would come from this interview. Yes, because he's gonna say something stupid. It is far more safe to bring on anti-Zionist Jews who have Jewish privilege talk about these issues without fear of cancellation. Also, Nick doesn't help himself when he spouts out a lot of white identitarianism and racial determinism juxtaposed with Catholic identity, which ironically is what Zionists themselves promote to legitimize their own positions. However, it would be interesting to hear real Candace Owens interview Nick on his radical views as a so-called Catholic. Not to mention Zionism and anti-Semitism. I guess you'll never get to see this. So it's safe to say anyone who have banned from YouTube will not be interviewed by Candace on YouTube. This doesn't necessarily mean other platforms like Rumble, Odyssey, Telegram, or Cozy TV. But this is probably a bridge too far for Candace Owens at this point. Maybe in the future when she is more secure in her existing platform, we will see. And then you have another guy. Candace Owens has been making terrible excuses to avoid speaking to Nick Fuentes. I can't speak to Nick Fuentes, I'll be banned. Meanwhile, look at all these other guys speaking to him. You see, No Jumper, Jesse Lee Peterson, Destiny, I think that's Glenn Greenwald, Soscast. The reality is also Fresh and Fit. She can't talk to them either because Myron is too stupid. They're gonna say something stupid. Why? Because people who get deplatformed don't care about other people's platform. They're gonna put you at risk, okay? And you're lying. It's all about the dollars. Keep it real. You didn't went too far with all this Simba for Zaddy and all of them. Now they're on your ass talking about why can't you bring our guy up there? Nah, she's not gonna bring our guy up there. Now this is what happens when you twerk for Zaddy and them too much. Now you're getting exposed for being a liar. And we all knew this would happen, and the same thing with Fresh and Fit. See, Candace is the last one that was able to still get the money coming in. Last month, this lady had 55 million views on YouTube. That's almost like $300,000, $400,000. You think she gonna give up that income for somebody like Fresh and Fit to come and mess it up? Somebody broke like Nick Fuentes to mess it up? Oh, and then dealing with somebody like Tommy Sotomayor, who's over there twerking on Twitter, getting 1,000 views a video. You think that she's gonna mess it up to be like Donovan Sharp, getting 50 views a video? She know what's up. Susan Wojcicki was a Polish CEO for YouTube, and we all know her background, Jewish. All right, so you can go only a little bit as far as you would like, but if you go too far, too hard, you already know. But I guess what? I'll tell you one thing. If it was somebody want to talk about black people, she'll bring them on. See, she didn't talk about that. As long as you won't want to talk about too far against the Jews, oh, we can toe the line. But talk about the blacks, oh, you can have them on all day. Talking about the African-American community, if you want to come on and just talk about them and hate on them all day, you can do that. And that should let you brothers know about our community and how we need to get it together. Because it's always okay to talk about us, but these other people don't allow that. They cannot accept that. Yet we are out here accepting that, and we are out here suffering, looking like a goddamn fool for doing this. No, we should not. We should not. We should have respect for ourselves and our community and who we are. We really need to take this stuff more serious. To be honest, y'all might not like it, but I just gotta tell the truth. We've been out here dealing with these people, dealing with a lot of this foolishness stuff. Now we out here dusty. I'm gonna be real. And people taking advantage of it. And now we see how other groups won't allow that. Why are we not on that? But why are we not on that same hype? We're not on that same hype. Why? We need to be on that same type of hype for sure. And unless we gonna be on that same type of hype, we're not gonna get no respect. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.